Hello, M- my name is Christopher, and this is my first stream live. And what I'm going to talk about is like just random topics like Pokemon, anime, a bunch of other stuff. And I'll also be putting common sense into like movies and stuff. Movies like Jaws, Scream, all that stuff. Like in Jaws, the common sense that people had in that movie was not very good. Like, why why wouldn't you tell people to leave the water after you saw someone get murked by a shark? A great white, no less. And my solution would be for Jaws instead of just injuring its face and letting it roam for two more movies. I would be the technological person and cover a explosive device in like some type of meat or carrion, and I would then wait wait for the shark to come and let it eat the carrion or meat, whatever we want to call it, and it would blow the shark up. End of story. You won't have to live with it any longer. Or my other solution would be just stay out of its home. Probably didn't like you being in its territory. It's probably its way of saying, get out. No trespassers, beware of me, the shark. And in Pokemon TCG, I'm going off the horror movie topics now. I'll now be talking about Pokemon TCG. In Pokemon TCG, I created two different types of decks. I created a fighting slash water EX Greninja deck, which is very, I won't say it's perfect, but it's good. So I have two fighting Greninjas, one water Greninja, then I have the, let's see, hold on. In my deck, I also have. I put technical machine for evolution, and I put a. And I put uh, two Monkey Dories in there because of its ability, and because of if I if I face someone that has the Manaphy card with the ability to nullify attacks from or counters from your opponent's attack, mm, I'll just put the damage from my Pokemon. I'll use Monkey Dory's ability to put the damage from my Pokemon onto the Manaphy, or if I'm facing Dragapult, Charizard, like I'll put the damage counters on the basic Pokemon like uh, Charmander. I always forget the basic name of the evolution line. I know Dragapult's name because pretty simple. Put Dragon and Catapult together. There you go. And if you see like stuff in my room, that's because children like to play in my room. It's like children like to play. I have nieces, nephews. They come over sometimes and play. Back to the Pokemon TCG. I created. I also made the quad Ogerpon grass type terrestrialized, which has 3 bosses orders, 3 pennies, and let's see. I also have the aspects of what the future. Sometimes I can't remember names at times, so you probably know what I'm talking about. The card that lets you take the Pokemon out of your either bench or active spot, and then you could put it back, which takes the damage off that Pokemon. Then you could take it. Then you could put it back onto put the Pokemon back on your bench after replacing the Pokemon you took off the either active spot or bench. You could put that Pokemon back. And since Ogerpon has the Teal Dance ability, it's easier to do energy acceleration. And I'm going away from Pokemon now. Yeah, okay. And the other topics I will talk about is music I like. I'll also talk about different types of animes. And I'll also talk about like the other Pokemon game I like playing is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'll talk about that as well. And I'll show you my special case for my Nintendo real quick here. It's a nice case, which the case design I really liked it because it's like the ending battle that Ash and Leon did, where Pikachu came up headstrong towards Charizard and they clashed, Fire Blast and Thunderbolt both collided. Pikachu won. It's a long day. A lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to do. Animes that I watch. I like By the Graces of the Gods. I like Kuma Kuma Bear. One of my favorite animes I liked was technically Pokemon is an anime, but I also like Detective Conan, Fairy Tail. Let's see, what else I like. Oh, I also did like Eden Zero. I also liked in Eden Zero they had like little clips of seeing Natsu and Lucy or a lot of different characters from the fairy tale anime. And I'll also be what I'll also be talking about is yeah, I said what I'll mostly talk about, which is anime, music I like. And I'll talk about different foods I like as well. And I'll also talk about Pokemon TCG, some of the decks I have. I'll also talk about like certain I'll talk about putting common sense into movies, other stuff of that nature. Another movie I have to put common sense in is horror movies like Scream, uh, Friday the 13th, Halloween, uh, Chainsaw Massacre. In Scream, my common sense in that movie would be, why would you stay where the murderer is? Why not just leave? There's a door. And if there was a murderer in the house, wouldn't you like contact the authorities or something? Or be like a problem solver and just face the guy head on? If you face the guy head on, if you knew like some martial arts and stuff like that. I'll also be talking about like different comedies I like watching. I like Fluffy, Jeff Dunham. I also watch Rodea Comedy. I also watch stuff like Larry the Cable Guy. I watch all the comedians and stuff. They're pretty funny. My favorite thing from Fluffy is his joke about the German who kept on calling him fat. It's not fat, it's fluffy. And my favorite part about that was when the German said fat for the last time, Fluffy got mad and totally went off the rails on his performance and went, "You want to know what you drink? You want to know what you drink?" German said he wanted to know what he drinks. And Fluffy said, "Blood of Jews," which I thought was pretty funny. I know some of you might not like when people talk mean or rude, but it's comedy. It's what it is. It's basically people making fun of other people. That's what the roasts are. That's what the roasts are. They talk smack about other people and they roast the person that the roast is about. Like with Tom Brady roast that Kevin Hart hosted. The two comedians that freaking floored it on that roast was Burt Kreischer and Tom Segura. I can't pronounce his last name, but you probably know who I'm talking about. And if you're wondering why I keep on doing this, it's because a few seconds before recording, I ate. Don't do any of you do this? Like you put just peanut butter on a piece of toast and then eat it? That's what I did before coming here. And other animes and comedians I like. There's a lot of things that I like. There's different things. It's nice meeting you people. I say people because I don't know what you go by. Trying not to start any fights. Because I just started streaming and I don't want to get banned. And for the people in comment sections, please don't say anything rude. I know there are some rude people out there. I try to be nice. But if you push me to that point, you won't deal with a whole nother person. In a sense, I'll be like Medea. Because push me that far, I'll be Medea. I'll curse you out. I'll do a bunch of other stuff. I'll be nice to you if you don't. If you be mean to me, I'll be mean to you. Like the proverb is freaking treat others how you'd like to be treated. So why would you, in the comment section, say something mean or rude? I'm actually pretty nervous. This is my first video, and I'm a little nervous. No, you don't see it, but I'm a little shaky. Other animes that I do like are, besides Fairy Tail, Pokemon, by the grace of the gods, and Kuma Kuma Bear. I'll also talk about animes I dislike. One of the animes I dislike is Goblin Slayer, and I'll tell you why. I just don't like the way that the women are being treated. I know they're goblins, they do what they do, but I just can't stand to watch that because it just makes me sick. And I watch other people's streams like Jay DeLay. I watch Adam Calhoun. I watch a lot of different things. I watch stuff on Crunchyroll. I watch a lot of stuff. So if you want to know stuff about different movies and stuff, I'm here. Like I'm a movie junkie. I'm a sh- I wa- I'm a show junkie. I like watching TV shows. Like one of my favorite live shows I like watching is Cops because it's funny. And it's funny to watch like these people come up with these excuses on the fly. And if you see the if you see some of the people on that show, they're like, where is your common sense, sir? But I do realize some of those people on that show have issues and other stuff besides what they're dealing with. One of my other favorite comedians was a comedian by the name John Pinette. He was another big comedian, you know, large in the belly area. But like all many great comedians that were overweight, he he passed on because he was overweight. Like Ralphie May. Ralphie May is also another comedian I like watching. And one thing about Jeff Dunham, I like his shows. He's awesome. I like Ahmed's song, freaking Jingle Bombs, la, 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 la. Because it's funny to watch. It's like he comes up with this stuff in his head, and he like uses the he uses Ahmed, Walter, Peanut, Daddy D, Mini Jeff. Let's see, Bubba J. Uh, I forget the name of the superhero puppet he has, but that's also a good puppet. Also, Ahmed's son, which he accidentally ran over with a lawnmower. Well, at least he's halfway there. At least Ahmed's son is halfway there. Like, he's half alive, half dead. And I would like some tips on some stuff. Like, what could I do to fix like certain decks I have in Pokemon TCG? And what things I can do to like, you know, help myself or help others. Because a few days ago, I watched this video of the Woods case, where this lady in Ohio stabbed the little Woods boy. He was only 3 years old. Just 3 years old. He was born in 2020. He only got to live 3 of those years. His birthday was probably somewhere this year, and he got killed before his 4th birthday. When people kill children, it just throws me into a rage. It just angers me to the point. And like in Jay Delay's videos, I'd be like, wood chipper! And the lady stabbed the kid in the head, the cheek, the throat, the almost everywhere on the kid. When I watched this video, it was so bad that they had to put like little covers over the scene of the little boy because of how bad he was. And also, my thing is, what did the kid do to you? What did he do to you? What he do to you? Nothing. He is a little boy, like the color green, like dinosaurs. And if he got older, he would probably be into the movie Jurassic World. He likes dinosaurs, so there you go. It's like sad, like why people do this type of stuff. Children, like sometimes I feel like why? Now I'll get off that subject because I'll just get more angry. You don't want to get angry on a live stream because that would be weird, kind of awkward. And I'll talk about other things I like watching. Like one of the things I like watching is How to Train Your Dragons. I like watching Shrek. I like watching anything from DreamWorks. Anything from DreamWorks, Disney. I like the 1980, 1990s version of the movies from Disney. Not the newer ones. The older ones are a little bit better than the newer ones. I do like Inside. I do want to see Inside Out 2 though, because I haven't seen it yet. But they're basically displaying all the emotions of the human body: anxiety, joy, anger, disgust. Well, disgust would technically be jealousy, I guess. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you think disgust and jealousy are the same thing. And anger and sadness. And my favorite part about the whole Inside Out movie was the imaginary friend with his rocket powered uh, wheel cart, his rocket powered cart, and you have to sing a little magic song to get it moving. I hated to see that imaginary friend go in the first movie, but he came back. Because Riley then got all her emotional baggage freaking under control. She talked everything out, and everything was solved. Another thing I like watching on Disney, I like watching Owl House and Amphibia, which are two movies which kind of crossed over with each other in a sense. Because in one of the episodes of Owl House, you'll see Liz's mom having a little iPad on the side of the kitchen counter, where it has the main character of Amphibia on the tablet that says she'd gone missing. But I would like your guys' support in what I'm doing. I like talking about movies, anime, etc. I can also do I'm not real good at voices, but I can do some voices. I can do Kermit the Frog. Hello, folks. How are you doing today? I can also do Stitz. Hello there. My name is Stitz. Experiment 6 to 6. 6 through 6. I can also get in many different accents and stuff. When I get real into something, my voice changes. I go, "What the heck? What the heck you talking about, man? What was that?" And sometimes I would even go into a Medea voice going, "Help me Jesus, help me Jesus." I can do Western. I can do a Western voice. I can do "Get her done." I can do a redneck voice. I can do this voice too. "Hi, how are you doing today?" Oh my gosh. Because I watched a lot of movies, a lot of different shows. So I pretty much got things down to a T. I watched so many shows, I can mimic most of the animal sounds I heard off the movies. I can mimic what Tarzan did in the real life action movie, where he goes when he does the Alec Croc mating call. And I wouldn't want to be that other guy in that movie either, freaking getting eaten alive by the gators. Freaking. I might take these glasses off for a second. Sorry about that. Was scooting a little bit forward because my glasses are shining on the, reflecting the screen. Kind of funny. But some of the things I'll be talking about are what most other people like. Also talk about Transformers and if they're going to release another Transformers movie, because they left a cliffhanger in the Last Night movie, Transformers: The Last Night, when Optimus Prime got controlled by that evil lady robot thing. Don't know what they called it, but I'll just say what he said. I hate when things leave cliffhangers. It's annoying. When movies or shows leave cliffhangers, I'm hurry up and bring out the next movie. And another movie I like watching are monster movies like Pacific Rim, Godzilla, Kong. And I watched the Godzilla versus Kong New Empire movie. I went there to see the show live, and this is what I got. I got the special little cup thing, little cup statue that goes on the cup. And my favorite part about that, they showed so many trailers. One of the trailers they showed here on YouTube was they had a picture of Godzilla with wings. I'm like, if Godzilla has wings, I'd be the happiest person alive. Because Who else wouldn't think it would be cool that Godzilla got a pair of wings? And I like what he some new upgrades that he got. He got thagamizers on the end of his tail, and he got a little faster and a little bit more robust. So because he needed that extra boost in power so he can face his next foe. Obviously, it wasn't Shimo or Scar King. It might have been something bigger. Because I've been seeing a lot of trailers on YouTube about a third Godzilla versus Kong movie. I'm like, I'm like, if there's a third Godzilla versus Kong movie, I'm going to be excited. I will get tickets immediately. And also with some movies I watch, I'm like, why didn't they make the movies in order? Like with the Marvel movies. They made Iron Man and Hulk first, but they were the last two Avengers, one of the last two Avengers to be recruited. The first Avenger is technically Captain Marvel, because she was the one that started everything. And Captain America is the first Avenger in the sense because he he got his powers before Captain America did, but Captain Marvel set everything off with Nick Fury. And I liked in the Captain Marvel movie where they kept the Flurgan just so shape the Kree would stay away just to keep a safety net. And this is how the order should have gone. Either have Captain America or Captain Marvel first. And I don't know if it'd be Thor next or Thor last. Cause you can't tell. It's kind of, he'd probably be the last one though. Then I guess it would be Hulk after either Captain Marvel or Captain America, then Iron Man, then Thor. And then you would get the first Avengers movie, and then you would get the other side movies, the second Thor, Iron Man 2 and 3, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and you would also get that's all those movies led up to Avengers Age of Ultron. And then after Age of Ultron, you'd get the movies Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok, uh, Iron Man 3, I think Iron Man 3, and then Captain America Civil War. And then Ant Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, or Guardians of the Galaxy would be in the same timeline as the Avengers, or the same timeline as the first Captain Marvel movie, because Ronan shows up in that movie first. He shows up in Captain Marvel first. Then he shows up in Guardians of the Galaxy. And one of the things is, I like things in order. I'm like OCD about order on things. Like how they did I can't think of it now. Brain fart. Don't you hate when you have that happen? You're just thinking of something and then just a brain fart. Then you just have a glitch in the brain. If you're wondering about this little cut here, yeah, I kind of messed up in shaving. And one of the other movies they have out of order the would be the Monarch franchise. It'd be Kong Skull Island first, then the 2014 Godzilla, then it would be Godzilla King of the Monsters, then it'd be Godzilla vs. Kong 1, then it'd be Godzilla vs. Kong 2, The New Empire. Like they make movies in the different orders and stuff. Make it into the correct order. Even though Kong Skull Island was made in 2017, I feel like they should make Kong Skull Island first, then make the 2014, which would have been the 2017 Godzilla. Because Monarch started with Kong. That's how they knew about Kong first. Kong was the first. Kong was first. Godzilla was second. Godzilla King of Monsters was third. Godzilla v Kong 1. Godzilla v Kong 2, and then this second Godzilla v Kong with Scar King and Shimo. Shimo, however you want to pronounce the name, go ahead. But I like how Shimo sounds. It's kind of easier to pronounce. Kind of a nice roll off the tongue. And my favorite scene in Godzilla vs. Kong Empire was how they fucking booted Scar King like a tennis ball. They fucking treated him like a tennis ball during the almost last part of the movie, freaking final showdown. And during that fight scene, Suko finally smashed the crystal that Scar King was using to control Shimo. And after that, it was game over. They turned him into a tennis ball and then made him a frozen statue, and then Kong demolished it. Like my favorite my favorite thing about the MonsterVerse is this. My favorite of all time characters, because Godzilla was like one of the first monster movies I was introduced to. Like I remember watching the old Japanese made Godzilla movies. That's one that the American remake of the Japanese version. They kind of made the American Hollywood kind of made it better. Because in the Japanese one, it kind of looked like how you would have Power Rangers, and how like you would watch Power Rangers. They have all those explosions and just fake little buildings demolished. And some things would be real, but when they go into the Megazords, it's like little plastic little buildings. Well, that's all I have to talk about today, folks. Like Looney Tunes, that's all, folks.